The team was popping, put it close to your ear hole. You want reviews, we gotta sit back for info. We popping and never stopping and leaving y'all wanting more.
The team was popping. The team was popping.
Alright, we ready? I'm ready. Okay. Alright, everybody, this is episode 10. 10. And I hope y'all got a little bit more energy than when we went in, because y'all yarning and shit like, I'm good. Alright.
I'm good. I just gotta get my mind focused.
Yeah, buddy. But it's time to spill some tea. First off in the news.
No introduction.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot all about it. I thought they knew you did.
This nigga. This nigga.
We ain't popping in the street around 10, 15 viewers on that episode. I thought we was out there. Alright, starting to our far right. We got Miss Delightful.
Hey everyone, it's your girl, Miss Delightful. How y'all doing?
Hey.
Delightful.
Yeah.
And on my other side here, we got my wife, the beautiful Miss Riri.
Hey Riri, how you doing?
Next up, we got my man, the Truth.
How you doing, True?
Just speaking of
Truth.
That it is.
And last off, it's Easy.
Oh, what's up, Easy?
Get this popping.
There you go.
Yeah. So in the news, we got a Detroit man that has a pot machine bolted to the side of his crib.
Hey, hold up, wait a minute.
No, not chips or a candy bar. That comes after what you get out of this vending machine.
I used it probably like 4 or 5 times.
The voice of an anonymous customer and the one who took this viral video of how the marijuana vending machine works.
He was selling like souvenirs.
That's code, obviously. Machine took credit cards, even Apple Pay.
It's an excellent service. I think that it just got out of hand.
It's just things you can't do.
And it seemed like he would have gotten away with the shit, but they busted the dude for finding guns stored at this house.
Before this mugshot, 43-year-old Marcellus Cornwell was raking it in.
What we were hearing, the estimates were about $2,000 a day. Entrepreneurial at its best. Unfortunately, both things were illegal.
The ATF is referring to Cornwell being investigated for selling guns out of this house off Medital Street, possibly to minors. 18 firearms seized from the home, including a sawed-off shotgun.
I mean, he had a beautiful setup. The damn pot machine, like you just go up to it, you don't have to intervene with nobody. You put your money in, and the weed just drops down.
It's beautiful,
yeah. And he was making a killer. How much was he making? You remember?
They said he was making $2,000 a day, and he had it running for like 3 years.
Wow.
Smart
That's
man.
Over $2 million.
Smart man.
Hey, I ain't mad at him.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I wish I could do that. Allegedly.
Nah, that nigga did it. This is 2 years.
I'm just saying for me,
It's been 2 years since this dude did this.
Yeah. And
it's been a while.
I don't think that he's the only one that had that going on.
No.
And I don't think he's going to be the last.
No.
And I think some privileged person is going to find a way to do it legit.
Yes.
And make a fucking killer.
That it is.
Because you have these dispensaries now that are legal.
Mm-hmm.
So why not make automated dispensaries where you don't have to have employees?
Yeah, that's true.
You know that's on its way.
That's
it's
on its
definitely
way.
on its way.
Yeah. I wish he would have had whoever invented that, came up with that idea.
Patented
it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or something.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna make a killing.
Definitely is.
And you know, the states don't like it because, you know what I'm saying, you taking money out their pocket. They taxing the shit out of us at these dispensaries. And you just cut that middleman out. It's like, oh no, they gotta shut that shit down.
Yeah, that's the whole reason why they got in on weed in the first place, was because they wanted the tax revenue.
Yes.
Yeah. It wasn't because they found out that it was good for people. They could give a fuck less if it was good for people, because alcohol and cigarettes is still legal.
Yeah.
And they ain't no damn good for people. They want that tax revenue.
Yeah, they want that tax.
definitely.
100%. Yeah. And not just the taxes, it's the rich to get richer type scheme too, because like in Illinois, anyone can't just go and open up a dispensary. You got to have not only money, a connection in the state of Illinois government to actually get a dispensary.
Because they've made it a racket now.
Yeah.
When they first came out with that program saying that they were going to legalize weed and there were going to be dispensaries, they said that it was going to be for the people who were most affected by the laws and getting locked up for having small amounts of weed, which sounds like brown and black people, right?
Yes.
Sounded like it was supposed to be for brown and black people, but what ended up happening was that a whole bunch of white people wound up with owning the dispensary.
Yep.
And it's pretty funny that people, I guess, people that went to jail for marijuana possession or charges, that you wouldn't want to hire them. Because they have like the insight and they know what they're doing. They have experience and knowledge of the actual product. So why not give these people jobs or let them be able to have a business where they can run it legally? But you know, I guess that's
here nor there.
It's too much like right.
Yep.
Yeah.
True that. But yeah, I'm loaded up with a whole lot of news because it's been like a lot of bad news lately and stuff like this.
Whole bunch of it.
So we ain't trying to like bring it down, for the audience.
Not to mention how many shootings.
You know what I'm saying?
How many shootings were there in the last week?
Right.
3.
Exactly.
Yeah. 2 of them in Texas, 1 in Atlanta.
For real.
All 2 of them were AR-15s.
Exactly.
They said wasn't it just another one in California? I just read that it was another one.
It probably was one in California too.
Today or so, or yesterday.
Yesterday it was one in Texas. That was an AR-15 at a shopping mall.
Yeah, that was crazy. Looking at that video of that one. So yeah.
Yeah, but we don't, like we said, we don't want to let the audience.
No, we don't. We want you guys to
we want to keep
want
it
to
up.
subscribe.
This is the world we live in. We won't stay there.
Let's kick it over to entertainment. I don't know if y'all heard it, but it was rumors that in the Verzuz, it was going to be a showdown between Diddy and Jermaine Dupri.
Jermaine Dupri, just to be honest, he's an actual producer. Puffy ain't no producer. He just
shots fired.
Just to be honest, he just he knows. Like, he knew to bring, them old school beats and stuff like that and bring it anew, but he wasn't on no machine, like, bringing that beat to life like JD do. Like, JD is actually creating, like, you know what I'm saying? Puffy just said, I want to do that juice beat and bring it back to life for a newer audience, you know what I'm saying? So, he, I give him his props of, knowing what to put out there and knowing how to throw that image and shiny suits and all that, but he ain't no producer.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely give you that. He got a good ear.
Good ear.
And
great
you know
ear.
What I'm saying? Like, it's other artists too that got a good ear. Like, for instance, Rick Ross.
Crazy online. It was nice to see you like hanging out with Redman, in the book and stories like that people didn't know.
A lot of people ain't know, and to me, that's one of the reasons I feel I got the best ear when it come to picking production is because I'm from the South, raised in the South, love West Coast, love East Coast music, and before I even knew what 16 bars was, I was sleeping on the floor in Eric Sermon basement, listening to him produce records, loop records, and so it's a good chance I know more about EPMD, Eric B. and Rakim than a New York MC.
I never knew anything about that. I knew about the...
People always say that he has a very good ear.
Yeah.
And, you know what I'm saying, like, you put projects, people together, he know how to inspire you in the studio. He know how to get the best out of you.
Definitely.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I still think he get credit for all the catalogs and everything that went through Bad Boy.
Yeah, but you look at it's so much stuff like JD still have his hands in. JD's still relevant, presently.
To this day.
To this day.
The most you see P. Diddy in his, just social media and, stuff like that. I mean, he still does he have a alcoholic beverage out there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, but that's what he's more into, the business side
mogul.
of, yeah.
Definitely, yeah. But no, it still would be a good Verzuz, I think.
Who's winning it, though?
For me personally, is JD.
I feel like it would be Puffy, but you know what I'm saying, like, and most of that reason why is because, like, in order for Jermaine Dupri to have that whole Verzuz, like, he gonna have to have a lot of that soft shit out there. Like, you gotta win with the Mariah Carey songs, the Usher songs, the Jagged Edge songs.
Yes.
It's like when you gonna like slide the songs, when you put those songs out there, like, if you in the Verzuz and you trying to battle against the song, it's like you don't want to put that against the Benjamins or something like that. And then, like, next up, Mariah Carey. he go get his ass tore up.
Yeah. Now, I think though, if you look at JD catalog, his catalog is priceless, and if he fill that room up with a bunch of women, JD gonna win. Now, if it's a New York crowd like Jadakiss and what's Dipset, then I'm giving it to Diddy. But if you put a lot of women in that room, JD gonna take it home.
So, what do you think about P. Diddy, the artist, versus Jermaine Dupri, the artist?
It's Diddy.
He got the better work team.
Yeah, because he got songs with, R. Kelly, and you know what I'm saying. His, he got songs with Biggie. He got so many songs with Rick Ross. Like, he got stuff that, you know what I'm saying. JD had that one album, really, that.
Classic.
Yeah, he had that one album, but outside of that, JD really wasn't trying to be an artist. He was trying to be a producer.
So my question is, are they gonna stay with the producing side, or are they going to lean towards the artist side?
Producer. It's producer.
Yeah, because it wouldn't be fair. I mean, JD wasn't an artist.
No, like that.
That's crazy.
Like that.
Because that's the same thing I asked. I was like, is this going to be a producer battle, or is this going to be, or can they use all of it? Can they use their personal stuff and the stuff that they produce?
I think they're going to
everything.
I think it's going to be, all of it. So.
Everything they're associated with. Okay. Throw this out there. Would any of them beat Dr. Dre?
I think that's the best challenger for Puffy.
Yeah.
Is Dr. Dre?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's who he should have gone up against.
Yeah,
I think so too.
Because that would have been a nice one.
Right.
If Dre can go into his Death Row catalog, because he let all that go.
Right. That's true too. Like,
to who?
Suge, when he left. He let all his catalog go to Suge.
That's a good point you brought up. I think,
who has it now?
It might be associated with Snoop now, because Snoop bought Death Row and all of
it's funny you brought that up, because I think it's a lot of stuff that it would be in bad taste for Diddy to play, because they said that he ripped them off as an artist. So he ain't playing no Mace songs. He ain't playing no Locks. Everybody said
he's got to play that.
No, I think it'll be a disrespect. I think Twitter gonna be lit up.
But I thought with the Locks, if my memory serves me, aren't they still paying him for royalties just to get out of that contract? I know they said they was still trying to. I mean, it might have been an older video, but I know they
forced hand him out. The Locks forced hand him out by calling him out on the radio station like 6-7 years ago. They called him out publicly, and Diddy let them out of their contract.
Yeah, I think it's people like Loon and Mace that, you know what I'm saying, like, I don't know if it's finished business or not, because I remember 50 Cent tried to get him as soon as he stopped preaching, and I thought it was some type of problem with getting Mace out of that contract.
I think so.
Puffy been bitter with Mace because he talking just too much shit.
Well, even 112 was saying how they didn't get paid.
Yeah, they got ripped
how
off.
They was,
every artist that dealt with Puffy got ripped off. You know, but I like to say this too, that he's a black dude and everything. He just did everything that these white dudes are doing.
It's what the same thing the white people
Yes,
are doing.
yeah. So I'm not throwing dirt on Diddy. He just doing what everybody else was doing.
But
So,
it's like I get sick and tired of hearing that. Doing when are you gonna? You a black man and you're working with these artists, and you're an artist too, and you know how these contracts and these record companies are set up to pretty much take everything from the artist.
Yeah.
Why not try to do the right thing?
Because there's money involved.
Because
You
it's
think?
not profitable.
Yes. And then it's like he was like Loon wrote a lot of Puffy like last 2 albums he did. Loon wrote Puffy the album for him, just like Mace wrote the beginning album for Puffy. It's like, you know,
Well, he needs to give them their damn money. Then
yeah, they didn't even get paid correctly for that.
That's crazy. I was gonna stay there, but I want to move on to. You know what? Like we was always talking about like who would be like the best matchup for Chris Brown, and there was a lot of people saying Usher.
Until you saw that video.
What video?
Now I haven't seen any evidence that
What
there
video?
was actually.
Well, let's introduce what we talking about. Let's introduce what we talking about.
I don't know.
So like just last night, Chris Brown had a birthday party thrown for him by Usher.
Yes.
It was a skate party, correct?
Yeah, and like it was some type of beef that was starting to brew between Chris Brown and Tiana Taylor.
Yeah.
So Usher goes over there to try to de-escalate, and then they end up being the ones who went outside. And then, I mean, at this point, all this is allegedly. Like, I saw what I saw on TMZ, but outside of that, people said that Usher got jumped outside.
Yeah.
Calm down and let me go.
Hey, look, man, I think you should calm down.
Oh, hell. Yes, that's what I heard.
Mario and Chris Brown's entourage.
Really?
Yep.
Well,
Allegedly.
he showed
Allegedly.
up in because you know he's on tour now, so he made a post where he didn't.
He showed his
looked
face.
fine.
He didn't look.
Yeah,
he
he
didn't
looked
look
fine.
messed up, right?
And
But-
then there was some
yeah.
type of festival
Yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah, that he was at.
that Chris Brown still performed at.
Yes.
So it seems like if what they say happened between him and Usher, you know, he wouldn't have performed at that festival
Correct.
today.
Correct.
Well, I from what I understood, allegedly, Chris Brown was mad at Tiana Taylor because she backed out of doing some type of tribute to Michael Jackson or something. They were supposed to do some type of tribute, and I know
Delta
that
always knows the inside scoop.
All the time.
And
here's
Delta with the inside scoop.
Yes.
no, well, because
Allegedly.
that's what I said before.
Okay.
That she was supposed to have done some type of, they were supposed to do some type of dance tribute to Michael Jackson, and she bagged out, and Chris Brown got pissed because they lost money, which is, you know, understandable, but still at the end of the day, you know, if Usher is throwing you this party, why are you still beefing with a woman? You know what I'm saying?
It shows his immaturity.
Where was Imari Shumpert? Is that her husband?
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know. Is he? I know he's doing College Hill.
And he doing the Shy.
Yeah.
Right.
So
he wasn't at the party with her.
That's what I would hope not.
I don't because it was
if
like
Usher had to step up.
he probably looking for Chris Brown right now.
Yeah. And that's a big dude.
In the
I think
daytime with a flashlight.
I think Chris Brown will have his hand full with that one.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And he gonna definitely be on Usher's side. You know, like, look, thank you, Usher. You came, you stepped in and you was trying to, you know what I'm saying, stand up for my girl. But you know what? I got this now.
Yeah,
but if it ever came down to a versus, who taking that one?
Oh man, I hate this judge that, man. I hate that because, like, if you put both of them on the stage, it's Chris Brown, hands down. Chris Brown got moves. He can perform. Like,
I don't agree.
Okay, but
I had this argument with her, so I'm loving this.
Yes.
But okay, he might be somewhat of a better dancer.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, I think Usher hands down is a better singer. I think he's
okay,
hands down.
I give you that.
I really do.
Okay.
And I would lean towards Usher because that was my era, and I grew up listening to Usher. Not taking nothing from Chris Brown. I love some of Chris Brown's stuff, but I'm an Usher girl.
Yeah.
To the
Same
end.
here. You already know.
Yeah, she had me watching old videos of
Yes.
Usher.
Usher can
just to
dance
prove
his
her
ass
point.
off.
Yeah,
He can dance.
He's
Yeah.
a choreographer. You got the choreograph, whatever.
Choreograph.
Choreograph.
Yeah.
His movements. He's like Beyonce. If you put him a performance together, he's great at it.
Yeah.
Chris Brown can do both.
Yeah.
He can freestyle.
Yeah,
dance.
he can freestyle
Right.
dance.
He got more of a popping it and locking it
Yeah.
type of, type dance style.
Yeah, dancer versus performer. Chris Brown is a great performer, but he's turning out to be a crap human being. So,
But you,
Are you
yeah,
feeling that
but
way because of this
starting-
Usher
look,
thing?
Wait a minute.
He came for Usher, like
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, it's personal.
But
You know,
also,
what's the name?
But
I'm sorry.
also, I'm sorry, Riri. A lot of Chris Brown style is from Usher. If you really look at it, when Chris Brown
mad
first
away for that
came
nigga.
out, a lot of his
These two
style
niggas.
was similar to that of Usher. Usher was his mentor.
These two
So you
Okay.
can't knock the original. I'm sorry.
So if Beyonce got the Beehive and what you call it? Who is that?
Riri.
Not Riri got the what's the name of her little group?
I forgot.
What's the one with the pink, the Barbies?
Oh,
You got
Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj. You got the Barbies. It's like, who do Usher have? Because whatever that is, that's me.
Yeah.
You come after Usher,
Yeah.
we got a problem.
Usher.
So
Usher rights.
right? We Usher's or something.
Yeah.
Usher.
Usher's Urshers because.
Yeah.
You don't come after Usher.
No, you
gonna have a
don't.
problem with
Yeah.
me because he been my boo since day one.
Yeah.
And I think that stuff he had cleared up. You know what I'm saying? He took the cream.
Herpes.
You know
yeah,
what?
he took the cream.
The herpes.
Only, you know what? Only your ass would bring something like that. Okay.
Ain't nobody
Well,
trying to.
shit. Well, if that's
gonna
the
get my ass
case,
on.
then well,
He gonna
if that's
get
the case,
lynched.
then Chris Brown should be dried up from the rehab and all them drugs and weed he been smoking. So don't throw Usher out there like
Don't
that.
throw my baby under the bus.
Y'all want to move on to something else?
No, I did ask a question to Sheree about Usher. I forget what it was. though.
I think she answered it.
What was it?
Whatever it was.
Oh,
Who do
okay.
she got? Why do she like Usher?
Yeah,
she went in. She told you why.
He my boo since day
Yeah.
one. No.
So don't try to twist nobody's words here, okay?
Yeah, I
Let's
wanted to
move
go
on to
in
the
on
next
that.
It
question.
was the 8701 for her.
Yeah.
The first album was nice, but I think 8701. I was a teenager and I was actually able to, listen to the lyrics and like feel the lyrics. You know what I mean?
Goes
That's
my
what I want to bring in.
baby. Ooh,
Hey.
girl, love
at you.
These two, god damn.
Oh my god.
My question to you is, who do you think gonna win in the verses with JD and Puffy?
Okay, I had a thought on this. So because we talked about, some of the artists that they had that overlap, like Usher. We talked about who is their number one artist that they've ever had, and I think for P. Diddy it might be like a Mary J. Blige, but for Jermaine Dupri,
It's Usher.
no. We talked
He
about
produced
somebody
most
else.
of Usher's album.
No. But I'm trying to. I had somebody else. Janet Jackson.
Jermaine is Mariah. That's her boy.
But he did have
Yeah,
Mariah, but Mariah is no longer
Janet
even
Jackson.
isn't even relevant. So it's like if P. Diddy was to bring out like Mary J. Blige on stage, and Jermaine Dupri had Janet Jackson come out on stage, it's like I think from that perspective I would give it to Jermaine Dupri, but I grew up with both of their music.
Yeah. It's a toss-up.
It's a toss-up.
Yeah,
I think the
that's right.
fans win.
Yeah.
The fans win.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And
I can't say.
with the structure of Verzuz, only, I mean, like you go up to 20 and then like anything after that's kind of like encore. I want a lot of encore out of that because it's like you're gonna feel like, man, they didn't play this, they didn't play this,
that.
like,
They didn't play this.
Well, shit, they gonna be there all night.
It needs to be 2 hours. They event needs to be 2+ hours.
Look,
because they got hits over the years.
Jagged Edge, Usher, Escape, like
right,
you got
and then like
all this. It's like,
I was gonna bring this up during the first.
I feel like
time
Puff
we
Daddy
talked
gonna
about
do
it.
a lot of the Biggie stuff.
And right,
Yeah.
and depending on who the audience is, you know.
Yeah.
Sean.
Yeah, I was trying to say like the first time we talked about this, I meant to say that Jermaine Dupri had leaked that he got an unreleased Biggie song he got an unreleased Tupac song.
He do.
Wow.
And he that's what he planned to use as his secret weapon.
Yeah.
What's that supposed to do? We don't know that song. No.
That's true.
We
don't know that song.
But if that
we
beat
wanna
fire,
know if it
sound but if it's fire,
you're supposed to be battling on the stuff that we know. You know what I mean?
No, if that shit fire,
with no brand new song.
The second that Tupac busts out the Hennessy enemy in front of me, you're gonna be like, I love this shit. It's always Hennessy. What's that? Tangeray.
Hennessy and Tangeray.
As soon as he say that shit, you
Hennessy coming from my enemies.
No, it was Alizé.
Yeah.
All right.
Next
topic. So are we done with that one?
Yeah, buddy.
All right. You know what I'm saying? Like through the years, like we've been watching a lot of Ratchet TV, and like I was showing something that I found on Instagram to Riri. It was like an old Morton Downey Jr. episode.
Oh yeah.
Who speaks for Black America? Roy Innes? Al Sharpton? Who speaks? You'll be the judge. Join us tonight. One of the problems in our country that we really don't address is the white people trying to tell black people who their leadership should be. One of those problems is addressed because the white people, we haven't been able to pick too many good leaders. Well, who does pick the leadership? Gentlemen, let me go first to Al. On last night's show, you had the audacity to praise Louis Farrakhan and call Roy Innes a bigot. Now, please zip it. We're going to let everyone talk tonight, and that's what the loudmouths are for. Let these guys talk first. Go ahead. Please do it.
On this program, your program, you heard me, you have me on tape defending this man. Recently, even after the shenanigans with him and the other soldiers.
That's a lot of crap.
No, brother, you have your time.
That's a lot of crap.
Brother,
and I got
brother,
it.
no,
I got it.
no.
I got it.
Oh, no.
I got it.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all saw it, like when Al Sharpton got pushed to the ground.
No.
TV was wild back
It
then.
sure
And then
was.
what made it better, like when Jerry Springer had dropped.
I just got one more comment for the transsexual on the end. I don't know why, but why is your bulge in your pants bigger than your...
Come up here, get the best of both worlds. I'll beat you like a woman and beat you like a man. So come on.
And Jerry Springer, like he had carried it for the next several years. Like when you hurried home and watched Jerry Springer.
Well, we went to the show.
We sure did.
We went to Jerry Springer's show, and I embarrassed myself on national TV.
Yeah, I'm still looking for that tape, by the way.
Yeah, that's
by the way, like
hilarious.
for the viewers, like Jerry Springer, rest in peace, recently just passed away.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's what our new segment is about. But yeah, I wonder where that lost tape is. Like,
Yes, I would like to see this tape.
That was hilarious.
Yeah,
That was hilarious.
And so anyway, audience, like we all agreed it was me, Truth, Jerry, And I don't know, did Clifton come with us? Or was
No,
it
I think
Rand
it
or something?
was, somebody might have came with us.
I think it was somebody else besides us. But so we go on the Jerry Springer set, and like we all pre-planned to ask a question, and we was arguing amongst one another, like who gonna ask the question and stuff. We like throwing each other the elbow, like no, I'm gonna ask it, no, I'm gonna ask it, and stuff like that. But eventually we agreed with the truth. So we agreed on the question. We looked at each other. We understood what the question was.
Yes.
And when they finally called, he was like, "You, sir, up there." He asked the complete opposite of what we all agreed upon. So we was pissed. What you say? Yeah, if he don't wanna, I take some bullshit.
It was something crazy.
And the old girl wasn't even hot either. It was like, why?
Was you nervous?
He moved along at me like, yeah, next question.
Get this nigga off the camera.
But yeah.
Were you nervous?
Yeah, I was nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was a nice experience though.
Yeah.
Like when you look at the Jerry Springer show, like on TV, it looked like that stage big as hell.
Yes.
And like when you on there, like the stage is super tiny.
Yeah.
I was like, all this goes on and stuff like that. And, you know, did they have a fight when we was there? Or?
Yeah.
What?
It was
Did
Jerry
they?
Springer.
It
Jerry
was Jerry
Springer.
Springer.
Yes. That was reality TV back then. That's where you get all this fighting and stuff now from Jerry Springer and Morton Downey Jr. Yeah. I love me some Warren Downey Jr.
Yeah,
though. He was just, they was real ignorant on there.
He said what the fuck he wanted
yes,
to say.
and he stood by it. He didn't sugarcoat it. So yeah.
Yeah, but
Good
rest
days,
in peace
man.
to Jerry Springer.
Yeah, rest in peace, Jerry.
All right, moving on to sports. What do you think about the Bears' first round pick?
I think it was a great pick. It's what we needed. I think that Ryan Poles through the whole draft did what we needed. I don't think he stepped outside of his thoughts, and I think it was a great draft for him. Now it just got the pan out on the field. So,
can I ask a question? Who did the Bears pick again? They
picked the right tackle from Tennessee.
Yeah, his last name is right. I forget his first name at the moment. I'm sure he's gonna be a household name.
Yeah,
the way
we pray.
Yeah,
we pray.
Like from what I've seen from the highlights,
he's a monster.
Really big kid. They're saying how he got good feet movement, and he was a tough challenger. Like for what's his name, Jalen Carter.
Yeah, the guy that went to the Tennessee Titans.
Think about that. That newscaster had accidentally blunted out. He got a big peen.
Is Jalen Carter, the D tackle from Georgia, just won a national championship with the Bulldogs. Big guy, 6'3", 300.
I heard that.
Yeah, it was a newscaster. It was a lady that accidentally said
about who?
Jalen Carter, that he got a big
what?
Ding
How
ding.
would she know?
It was like,
I guess she must have touched it or something.
Yeah, like
I don't know.
A Freudian slip.
Yeah.
When she said
No, it wasn't.
It don't seem like she meant to say it, and it didn't really have no place in the conversation. I don't think. But
she was looking.
She said it, and you know she said it because they had to bleep it out.
Yes.
I'm gonna put the clip in the.
Yes,
thing.
please do.
Because I want to see this.
Her face afterward.
Say again.
They're not
They're
showing
not
the
showing
pain.
it. They
You
should.
like, I gotta see this. You're not saying it.
No, she didn't mean that.
I didn't mean that. I said
that's a Freudian slip right there.
I want to see it.
I want to see the video and see the context of what she's talking about.
It was just funny how Shaw did that. It was great.
Y'all mind being a
I know, right? But yeah, she accidentally said that. Yeah.
And it is big.
It must allegedly.
Look at his face.
Allegedly, it must be.
We're going to break real quick. I'm about to smack the shit. him. That kid. Why y'all think the Bears passed on Jalen Carter?
I think it's pretty obvious why.
Yeah, I didn't like how when he did get drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles, how the lady asked him, you know, I think it was inappropriate of her to ask him that question at the time, but she asked him about the accident and everything like that, and he's like, his whole discomfort of it was kind of I was glad the Bears didn't pick him because his discomfort of her even asked, he seemed irritated. His
disposition,
like why you even ask me this? It's like, this is part of your history, my guy. Until you can move forward, this is attached to you. If you can't accept that is attached to you, and this ain't gonna be asked 100 times in Philadelphia when you having bad games, you know what I'm saying, or you do one mishap, people gonna throw that in your face. If you're not mentally strong to be dealing with that, and you already showing because you came up out of shape, you couldn't finish your workout, like you already showing that it was too much for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of glad the Bears didn't draft.
Yeah.
I get. Yeah.
I like the thought of the Bears picking him up after I saw Pierce Johnson. Is it when he went off the board, the Ohio State offensive tackle? I was like okay with seeing the Bears picking him, and then it's like I felt like he was dropping to us for a reason. Like, oh, he just coming right to us, even after we did this, that, and the other. But
now the Bears,
but when the
they
Bears
traded down
back,
even more.
I was like, okay, this gotta be good. But then, like when I saw Wright when they drafted him, I was kind of relieved that we took care of a need. So you know what I'm saying, like I didn't ever hear of him prior to this. I was like, man, I hope this ain't like a Bears experiment, you know what I'm saying, that we gonna have to see if it's gonna pan out. But from what I saw, I feel good about what they got. I thought like if they did draft the offensive lineman, like maybe they're gonna go with the white kid. I ain't even gonna try to guess his name, but the one from Northwestern. I thought they was gonna maybe go that direction if they didn't go defense, but I like what they picked, and I can't wait to see what's coming up in the future.
It's on the injury concerns for this guy that they drafted. That's the only thing I got. But other than that, I think if he can stay healthy, I think he's gonna be a great pick.
Any thoughts like on the Bears' other picks?
I like the two defensive tackles. I think you just shored up your inside. Now you just got to go get some ends in the free agency. I would love to see them sign Clowney.
That would be nice.
Yeah, Frank Clark and Clowney, just bring them in. I think Ryan Poles is a patient dude, though, and he's looking for them June 1st cuts to see what he wants to do. Because he's very patient in his attack. So I don't think he's going to move on nobody. I'd be shocked if he signs somebody before June 1st. But I would love for them to get Clowney and Frank Clark. And, you know, I know that's like giving up on your young ends, the Robinson Cat and everything. But let them come in and, you know.
Be like in a rotation.
I don't want them starting like they did last year. They got demolished last year. They look sad.
Agreed. All right. Let's
you can move on.
You
can move on.
No problem. All right. Let's move on to what's popping.
Face, dude. Face, like I give two shits.
I know, that's why I said it's not that I don't care. It's just that it's not, okay, they picked up one piece for the offensive line, but most of those picks, the rest of those picks, those other 9 picks were mostly defensive, and then we picked up some wideouts and one wideout, and, you know, some other odds and end pieces. You know, I'm looking for more work on that offensive line. Like I said, the right pick, great. Because I'm tired of Justin Fields, any fucking quarterback that we have, you know what I mean, getting destroyed, not having any safety,
any protection,
you know what I mean, and I'm afraid he's gonna get hurt if they don't fix that. So
exactly,
good comeback.
Yeah.
Right, consider you didn't even want to
talk
dive
about
in
it.
on
Yeah.
it.
No, it's like they do the same fucking thing every year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They know where the holes are. I understand that our defense needs some shoring up too, but if we don't protect our quarterback, there's, you know, what the fuck are we doing? You know, so that's why I didn't want to talk about it, because they do the same fucking thing every year. They put stuff everywhere else except for where we really need it. So.
Take that shit. Go ahead, swallow that down.
Speaking of it, I need to drink
Agreed.
the water break.
Now it's the water break and shit.
You're gonna hear Lil Truth over there like,
yes.
Alright, so y'all ready to move to What's Poppin'?
Yes, sir. That it is.
Yes, sir. TV and movies. Miss Delightful, tell me that you watched Super Mario.
Yeah,
Bros.
I watched it.
You saw it?
Yeah, I did.
All right, so we ready for the movie review? Who want to kick it off?
Not me. I need somebody to refresh my memory.
I think overall it was a decent movie. I like how they set everything up. It didn't hit home for me, but it was a good movie.
Yeah.
I
agree.
Yeah.
I think Jack Black stole it as Bowser. That he was my favorite character throughout the whole damn thing.
What was that song? The Peaches song?
Oh, yeah.
It's so...
Peaches.
Yeah, Bowser was pretty dope.
Right. He was the comic relief, as he should be. Yes, but I think that the main storyline with the Mario Brothers trying to be entrepreneurs, start their own business, and then getting sucked into the mushroom kingdom when they were trying to fix that big problem in Manhattan or whatever it was. I think I like the way that they segued, where there's a real world and then there's
this
Mario world. So
alternative.
Because I was trying to figure out how they were gonna get there. I knew they had to get there somehow. But I like the storyline. I like the way that they pulled in multiple Marios from, like, you saw some of the stuff from the very first Mario, and then you see a lot of stuff from some of these newer iterations of Mario World, the 3D worlds, you know, like that cat suit. I'm like, I ain't never seen Mario in a cat suit.
Yeah,
but apparently that's on one of the other, the Mario 3D World or one of those other iterations that I've never played. I always play regular, Super Mario. So I like the way they put everything together. So Donkey Kong.
There's a lot of Mike Tyson Punch Out references because he was the referee in Mike Tyson Punch Out. Donkey Kong was thrown in the mix, even though I thought they kind of made Donkey Kong kind of weak and too stupid. Like, I don't know, I ain't like the way how he beat him, but he did. But then like the only thing I was wondering, like, where the hell is Yoshi at? Like, it was no Yoshi till like the movie was over with. And then I guess that alludes that it's going to be a part two. I'm like, oh, there's the Yoshi.
That little egg crack. So that's what that was, Yoshi. I hope they keep it up. I hope they don't make us wait too long. Before they bring out the next one. Because like we said, these were long overdue. We should have had these movies when we were
10 years ago.
It was some time ago.
All right. What y'all think of Super Mario's voice? I was curious how he was even gonna sound.
Nothing stood out to me. No, he was cool. It was cool.
I forget the actor who played Mario.
Right, that's all I was just going to say.
Yeah, it was nothing.
Like
really
I think for comic relief, like they used some of his sound effects from like when he in the video game, like that, shit like that. That was funny. But then his regular voice, I like, you know what, that do kind of fit Mario. So that was a good actor pick for that.
Him and Luigi.
Yeah, and then I'm glad that it wasn't completely predictable, because I just knew the movie is gonna start off with the princess being captured, and we spend the entire movie trying to get her. It's like,
and I guess that's why I was kind of disappointed, because I'm like, no, it's like that's what I thought, and when something don't go what I thought it was gonna go, it's like, oh, now it's a mystery. Like, why is she training him how to do like that was upsetting. Like, why he just ain't learning everything, and then when what's Mario brother name? Luigi. When Luigi got captured, it's like, okay, this isn't going the way I thought it was gonna go. Yeah. So maybe that's the reason, but it was a good movie.
Yeah. Right. One goof for me was that when Mario and Luigi were finally reunited right before the big fight scene with Bowser, how in the fuck did Luigi know how to do all that shit?
I swear I was about to say this.
How in the hell? Yes. Mario had to train with Princess.
Yes.
Luigi just come flying out of a pipe, scraping by on his ass, and he
was fucking up the whole movie. Now he just flawless.
Now he this bad motherfucker. I don't understand.
Why the writers didn't catch that?
That's on like he got captured. Then he come out badass at the end.
Right, he was in a cage the whole fucking time, wasn't he?
Yeah, that blew me. That blew me.
Maybe he was studying. While he was locked up.
He got the book out.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Like Dark Knight.
Yeah.
They should have had that in the movie. Like, you see him studying moves and shit.
All right. Discussion segment.
Let's do it.
All right, who taught you guys how to play cards?
Spades in particular.
Spades in particular. You probably got taught Uno like while you was in school or something like that. Maybe. I don't know.
No.
All right, go ahead.
No, who taught me how to play was just watching my uncles and aunts play, you know, and how they would hit them cards down on the table.
I ain't got nothing but some little old. Get on out there, bro. Get your foot wet. Now, it's time for me to go downtown and do a little shopping around right about now. Come on out there, LaJuan. Come on out, LaJuan. Come on out. Because you may not make sense. But I'm just finna do this right here. Uh-huh. Come on out, Gina. Bring your ass to me. You gotta get on me. I'm just finna do this right here. Now bring your ass on to me. Now bring your ass on to me. Now run that shit on back. Run that shit on back. I'ma show it. Run that shit on back. KK ain't got there. One thing about it, two things for certain. Her mama got it. Run that shit on back. Run that shit on back. Run that shit on back. One of these ain't gonna make it. Girl, you can have that, but you can bring that diamond on. You can bring that diamond to me. That's what I'm trying to tell your ass. So she still fights the Spades. Do some
And you be like, oh, that seems fun. I want to learn how to play. And then you keep watching, and then eventually you start catching on. And then I think my auntie Janie was the one that really sat down and taught me how to play, even though she cheated a lot. I'm sure she probably will watch this and say that's a damn lie, but
She reneging.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know, black families ain't together no more. I don't know what it is. We break up over card games, spades. Well, your daddy can get caught cheating, but let him renege one time.
When I first started learning, she was reneging up the wazoo, and then she was still kicking my ass. And when I would do it, she'd be like, you renege. I take 3 of those books, and it's like, wait a minute, you just put a damn diamond down on.
You did the same shit
like,
I did.
She's like, no, I didn't. Prove it. It's like, what the fuck?
What about you, Riri?
My earliest playing spades was in the lunchroom. I was cutting 6th period algebra, and my sister had 6th period lunch, so I would cut algebra and go.
This nigga ditch his school to play cards.
I did this.
Okay.
So I would ditch 6th period algebra and go play spades with her and her friends. Her friends, she was a junior. She was juniors and seniors. I was a freshman. And we had a special way that we would play spades, but it was still the basic rules of spades. You know, you got those little house rules, rules that we made up. So I learned that way. And then once I did start playing outside of like in a school setting, it was still with my sister. And like your aunt, my sister cheated a whole lot. And it's like, even Sean knows to this day. Like, we got our little eye signals and stuff that we send.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, what
Of course.
He's trying to call us out on it and shit. We were like, what are you talking about?
But you know what?
My eye was itching. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but it seemed like women do that a lot where we like.
It was funny, like my auntie, like my great aunt, God rest her soul, she taught me. But when I used to like my dad used to go on the low end, and every Friday night, they would play cards, get drunk and all that type of stuff, and they be yelling loud and stuff, and I'm just sitting there like I was always that kid was just ready to go, like this shit boring, I'm ready to go, you know what I'm saying? And she was like slamming the door, like, I'm taking y'all to court, I'm taking y'all shit today, and all that. She used to talk all type shit and all that. And then
Get up from the table. Get up from the table.
Yeah, and when I started watching her like closely and shit, like she used to have partners and stuff. She like and doing like this and shit, and then like she would rub her eye, and I'm like, I told my dad, he used to get his ass whooped. I'm like, dude, she doing something. Like, you ain't catching it, but I'm catching that shit. Like, she doing shit to her partner to make him know what to throw. Like, and then I talked to her one day, and she's like, yeah, baby, when I'm touching my chest, that's hot. Play it. Play hot.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, really? I'm like, ain't this a bitch? You know what I'm saying? Like, she had so many, I ain't giving away all these tips, but she gave me every sign to throw your partner to let him know what to play. Like, if she was cutting shit, she'll do like this to her throat. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh, she cutting shit, so I'm gonna play, you know what I'm saying? Like, she do this and do this, she cutting hearts, you know what I'm saying? If she do this on her fingers and do this, she cutting diamonds. So it was like she knew what she was doing, and I'm like, hell no. And once I start playing, it's like that, like with Miss Delightful, that's why she don't like playing with me, because I'm using every trick my auntie told me. Like, you ain't beating me in spades.
This nigga is counting the books. This nigga is
she
counting
think I'm that
books.
good. I'm counting books.
You even said you was. You count.
Count spades.
He's counting. Yes, he's counting
21.
cards. Yes.
And when I'm playing 21, I count cards. But when I'm playing spades, I do not count cards.
You's a lie. You's a lie.
I mean, in a way, you are counting the cards.
He is.
He always
you're
looking for certain cards.
Yes.
These cards go out.
Yeah.
Which ones?
But you're not keeping a tally. There are people.
No, he's keeping
a
a tally. He's
Especially in
keeping a
21.
tally. Yes.
In 21.
Yes.
No, that's what I was saying.
No,
Spades.
don't believe him in any. He keeps a tally. He cheats. He's a big cheater.
But there are people that are that good that they can keep up with how many of a suit is left.
He does
after every hand.
He
does. Like, that's fucking crazy to me.
He
I
does.
can do that.
That's why I don't like playing with him, or I like playing with him.
And that's why
I don't like playing against him.
That's why I don't go to casinos or nothing, because I can win big if I'm not distracted. But if it's a lot of shit, I don't like going places and it's a lot of distractions around me, because if I get focused in on the game, somebody can rob me, somebody can pickpocket me, because I'm counting the cards. So I'm seeing what is being played, and you know what I'm saying. I'm like actually doing that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't remember who taught me how to play spades. It just felt like, I don't know, I just was playing spades like forever. I don't even remember who taught me.
Sean came out the womb
playing spades.
I think I have, you know what I'm saying? My winning percentage is so, but yeah, like maybe I was taught by y'all, maybe friends or something like that, because like if you like at the parties and stuff like that and you dating and stuff, you gotta learn how to play cards.
Spot, yeah.
That's how you get to seat at the table with the honeys and stuff.
Yes, yeah.
And the ones you've been peeping earlier, and it's like, who got next? And you see them playing, it's like, yeah, I got next over there. Shireen taught me how to play poker.
That's one thing I want to learn.
I taught myself.
I don't know poker. I really want to learn poker.
Really?
Y'all promised me y'all was gonna teach me, but that ain't happened yet.
Yeah,
they promised a lot of shit.
We be lying.
But it don't happen.
You be lying.
I still want to do it. Like I got the setup and everything. We just gotta pick a day where we where y'all come over and we do it.
All right.
What y'all play with? Like, what's the big deal of playing with jokers and not playing with jokers? What's y'all
It don't matter to me.
I like playing with the jokers.
Yeah, I like it too.
But Ace High tends to be a little bit more
simple.
It's simple. It's more simple, and you know.
Yeah.
But
Don't listen to him. Jokers, wow for him.
If
Jokers,
you put jokers in the game, I'm gonna beat y'all ass.
Yeah, because he's gonna figure out a way to get them.
I'm gonna figure a way how to set the deck for me to get them jokers.
Or he knows where to sit. It's like a certain way, a certain position, a seating arrangement for him. I'm not lying, because I swear to God, every fucking time we play, you always have like the joker, either the low joker, the high joker, and you have a fucking bunch of spades. It's like
It's what happened when she blew up at me in my grandma's house. She threw the
cheating.
cards
Blatantly
in the air, and we almost got a divorce that day.
He was blatantly cheating.
She couldn't take it no more. She was like, "You fucking cheating!" I'm like, "We're at my grandma's house. Calm down, lady."
Even though you.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was saying we just gotta watch your ass, like when we doing cutting of the cards and stuff like that, doing Chinese cuts with your
over.
Ass. He gonna what he's saying, he gonna end up.
It's over.
You gotta lay off. And then that's another thing about when you playing spades at somebody else's house, all they little different house rules and shit that you gotta be aware of. Has anybody ever put a rule down on you that you ain't never heard of before?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Then, back in the day, yes, but now no.
Especially when you go play at somebody's house, somebody passed their only spade across the board, and you like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah,
I
don't
like,
like
oh
that.
yeah, you could pass your only spade.
Yeah, I don't like that. Nah, just let's play the right way.
All households got different little rules and shit, you know, like that. You know, if you only got one of a certain suit, you can pass it to your partner.
See, that's the type. That's the type of shit that get you fucked up. All these different rules, because
and
like
that's
for
why I
me,
don't play for money.
Yeah, it's like
that's why I don't play for money. I've never played like those games and stuff like that for money because people get too damn serious.
Yeah.
Have you ever played spades with somebody who's been in jail for a long time?
Yeah.
His cousin.
Yeah, my cousin.
Them motherfuckers.
I would never play with him.
They count cards.
Yes.
They know where everything. They can have the worst fucking hand
And win
possible
that book.
and still fucking win. I
But
don't know how they. And I think
That's
it's
simple. It's signals. Especially when you're in jail and you sitting, it's singles. When it's like when the game even set, you be like, man, I'm heavy. You know what I'm saying? Like people
my
sitting
like to do like he ain't got them bitches. Fuck you mean got them bitches? Like
yeah. They know like
I'm
they
tired
know.
of bitches.
Right, I'm tired of bitches. Like, well, who said something about bitches?
So it's a lot of stuff like that. I was just I was at one of my cousin's house like probably 2 months ago or whatever, and her man was talking shit and wanted to play spades with me, and it was his people. And I knew, Lovey didn't want to play with me. She didn't want to play with me, and I went to that table and whipped all their ass with his cousin. And he still say I didn't, but the truth is in the pudding. He got up off the table.
Cause your ass was over the cheating, counting cards and shit.
That was the good days, though, boy. Sitting there with you, and everybody come over, y'all sitting there playing spades. You know what I'm saying? Somebody, when they lose, they got to get up off the table. Somebody been one set of two people been sitting at the table for like 5 rounds and shit.
Right.
And they like, we about to get y'all asses up out of here.
we don't let, but that's why things like that don't happen now, because we don't let shit go. You know what I'm saying? People hate playing. Like, if they know you whooping their ass all the time, they don't want to play with you no more, because they ain't letting go their loss. Yeah, sensitive as shit.
Especially your people.
Yes.
They crazy.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to play with none of them, because they like to drink, but they very angry drunks. And you playing spades. What was that? Jesse or somebody was ready to fight.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, that's okay.
We gotta get Jesse on the pod.
Yeah, we do.
We definitely do.
Yeah, he was ready to fight. Yes. That's okay. I don't want to play with them.
Yeah. Well, we definitely need to get together and play some spades. We all probably go over Jesse's house to do it.
Oh,
for his
Lord.
shit, we can fuck up his house. Right. Nigga, I bring the barbecue. You cook it.
All right. And our last topic of the day, we saw an Instagram post about the good guy.
And that's why you always leave on a good note, because you want to be able to spin the block, because your interaction with that woman was never bad. All she remembers is a good time. The only thing that she remembers is that the relationship ended for some reason that we don't understand, and we always make it very vague. And for me, it was very easy because I was in the military and I would deploy a lot. So if I wanted the relationship to end, I would just be like, yo, I'm about to leave. I'm going on the TDY. And we would eventually cut ties like that if I was done with her. Why don't we go to the mall? You can help me pick out the candles that you like to smell in my house. Women like that type of stuff. It gives them agency. You have to give them some agency. So she's like, okay, cool. Let's go to Bed Bath and Body Works or whatever it is. We go there. It's like a nice little date, smelling candles. She's picking out the ones that she likes. And, you end up buying some candles. You buy her a couple of candles and you go your ass back home and you go chill. You go hit that thing throughout the weekend and you send her ass back to her place. So what's more expensive? Having a full-time girlfriend or a single servant relationship?
I'm calling it now. This is scary. He said he wanted to scare me? Not the candle shop. Not. Y'all know. I'm a candle hoe.
All right. Do anybody want to lead that one off?
Oh, it was I saw it on YouTube. And
YouTube.
Yeah. Man, it's mind-boggling. I kind of, I don't agree, but I kind of get what dude was saying. He's called the medium guy, but he was just saying how he never really gets into a serious relationship with a woman. He gives them everything that he wants, but he's upfront about telling them that he's not looking for anything serious. But the flip side of it is his actions is something totally different, because the things that he's doing for you, the massages, letting you go with him to buy stuff for his house and different things, it's sending like six mixed signals. So it's like 6 signals. Yeah, that too, 6 signals. But it really does, because if he's saying I don't want to be in a relationship, but he's totally showing you a good time. He's treating you with respect. He's cooking for you, and he's running you bath waters and all this
into his space.
I know. It's like you start to think that, well, maybe we could be serious. Maybe this is my man. And then he's like, oh, I got to go out of town. It's not you, it's me. But have a good life. And then he's talking about he'll swing back around that base again, and most time women go for it because they don't know why they broke up. This dude seemed like a really good dude, and you had a good time with him. So a lot of times he just swing back around, and women go for that.
Yeah,
that's scary though. Shit, because I've been to cut that nigga. I swear.
Yeah, and this is.
That's why he doing that.
Yeah, this is more insidious than the serial monogamist. So he's not even a serial monogamist. He's just a serial temporary. It's not even like you're in a monogamous relationship with him. You're in a you can't even define it.
You can't even say he's a serial dater, because he's not like really, he dates the same women, or he dates women that he was friends with, and that he was in some type of, it wasn't even, I don't know if it was called it a relationship.
Yes. Y'all confused to say what he is.
Situation. Serial situation.
Yes, that's what it is. That's what it is.
I need to watch this nigga.
Right. No, you really should, because
y'all confused on what he is.
Because it's the way he broke it down as to what women want, and then what men do to fuck themselves over to get into a relationship that they don't want to be in.
Okay, now you're on the right page.
It's really it's fucking genius. It's like I was looking at it, I'm like, damn, let me take notes, because dude got game. No, he really do. He is really smooth and suave. He even tell you he's not the tallest guy, he's not the best built guy, he's not the most attractive guy. He's just the medium regular guy, but he knows how to treat a woman with respect. He know how to cook. His mother taught him how to cook. He was in the military. So he's very assertive and very business oriented. He's about his business, you know what I'm saying?
You holding this nigga up high. Go ahead, keep going.
Right.
Shit,
but this is what he talked about. He talked about the statistics of everything. He based everything on numbers when it comes to relationship and women and men and this and that. You know what I'm saying? So it's really enlightening, to listen to how this guy defines himself in a sense. Can
I jump in?
Okay, wait, 1 second. Okay. I just thought about something like, and I'm going to put it in IT terms, like, like a backdoor virus. He's a fucking virus.
Yeah, he is.
Because he's putting this thought in women's heads that they can be something, or that they have something with him that they don't have.
That's how you put it up.
And then he leaves, and this virus is still left behind because the woman doesn't know what has happened to her, but she knows that nothing bad happened to her either. So that's where I like it to that backdoor virus, because it cleans up on its way out, so you never knew it was there. So it's like you never even knew this nigga put this virus in your head, and that's basically all he's done. He's put this virus in your head, so making sure that you'll be open when he wants to access you again.
Throughout the weekend.
But also, if you remember,
vulnerable or open.
But I want to say this because I'm gonna forget. I'm sorry, SBs. But remember, he was saying how when he does leave the situation, he leaves that woman still whole because he teaches her stuff. He teaches her how to get her finances together. He teaches them about self-defense. So he never just leaves the situation on bad terms or being able to access. He leaves you with something. He gives you something and he takes something. You know what I'm saying? So it's a give and give situation there. Yeah. But go ahead.
You watched that video further than I did. I don't remember all this.
I watched it deep. Yes,
but,
I did.
I don't know. It's like I'm not really that impressed with this dude. Like, for some reason, I felt like men been running this script since the dawn of time.
Yeah.
The only difference is, it's like he probably don't stay in the pocket as long as some guys do. Like, it seems like he cuts it off.
He's not reckless.
Yeah, and then it seems like, like a lot of dudes then, probably let go of a female, and they probably go on a small hill and then drop them. With him, it seems like he go to a tall mountain, then he drops you off. Because when you go into the in-depthness where he talks about, like, then when she comes over, then I get her own slippers.
Yeah.
And all this stuff, like, deep intimate.
Yeah, not knowing
stuff.
that them the same slippers that every other female that he messing with use. But he's tricked you. He got you thinking that they're
you the
yours.
one. Yeah, you the one.
Yeah.
It's a possibility.
You know how women like leaving a toothbrush over and stuff like that, where the woman start to clean in, put in a
He's
little
like,
claws.
he has his own toothbrush there for you. You can take it home with you.
She's like, oh, that's so special.
But one thing about a woman that they never listen to what the man is actually saying. If he told you in the beginning that he don't want a serious relationship, regardless of what he do to you, it's your choice to enter that. And once you enter that, he has you. And that's what happens with a lot of guys. And you said it's typical for guys to play what he's playing, but not throwing them to a higher mountain. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys are reckless nowadays. You know what I'm saying? It's like, they just dating and moving forward with a chick and having another chick on the side. And then, it ain't being honest. You know what I'm saying? I was just having this conversation with Exxon about being honest. Like, what do you truly want in a situation? A lot of guys, a lot of these new couples lie to themselves. Like they don't want love, but they really do want love. You know what I'm saying? It was like, you know, excuse me, but Jay, in a sense, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. He described it to me like, oh, she's just a girl I'm talking to. But deep down inside, he has emotionally attachments to her. Right. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's so much of that going on, you know. It's like, you know, Exxon got a situation and it's like, are you committed in it or you want out? And he said, oh no, I want out. But then you posting things on social media like, I wish I can just receive love. Like I need to receive love. Like so
dropping subliminal shit.
Yeah, and it's like, so what you have, do you want it or do you not want it? Because if you want love, like we all know, being married for 10 plus years, you know what I'm saying, it ain't easy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. Like it's things you're going to wake up and you're going to hate your significant other some days, you know what I'm saying? And you have to reach down deep to understand that their negative sometimes going to clash with your negatives. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you have to work your way through the process. No one's willing to put in that work now to make something last. They think that everything is always going to be their way. And when it's not their way, they want to escape from it. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't the reality of a true relationship. The reality of a true relationship is that they going, you know, it's going to be difficult times, and you have to push through them difficult times to get to where you want to be, and that's old and happy with somebody, not by yourself.
But also, like, I just want to piggyback off that because you brought up a scenario with Exxon and his situation where he says one thing, but really deep down he wants something else. Well, with this guy, he says one thing, but his action is showing you something different. So it's like he mind fucking you in a sense.
He ain't mind fucking you.
Yes, he is, Eugene.
No,
if he's doing all this,
because women are taught from the youngest, we're always actions speak louder than words.
That's what I'm saying.
Actions speak louder than words.
From a woman's standpoint, she's being mind fucked.
One thing, but his actions show me something else. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's the same thing when we look at it, when we use it in a relationship where we want to see change in somebody. You know, he'll say, yeah, baby, I'm going to change. I'm going to start doing this. I'm going to start doing that. And we're always told actions speak louder than words. He does it for a week and then he stops.
Yeah, but you know why he's doing it though, right?
But no,
he's trying to lure your defenses so he can get to the pussy. He's trying to fuck.
But
you heard him in a video where he
throughout the weekend, and you
no,
that's what he wants.
But it's easy for y'all to say that. It's easy for you guys to say that because you're men, and of course y'all know the game because y'all have played the game and y'all have done this. But for what you say?
I said you hating.
No, nigga, I swear. Hit him, Riri.
I'm gonna do that in private.
Yes.
No, but you know, for us women, a woman that is an emotional creature and that looks for that attention and that connection. If you're saying something, I don't want to be in a relationship with you, I'm just letting you know up front, I don't want no relationship, I don't want no ties, I don't want no strings attached. But you're doing all this nice stuff to include me into your life.
Let's go candle shopping for my house.
Yes, and it's just like, okay. And then you buying me a candle, and then you're cooking me food, and you constantly pampering me. I'm gonna think, well, he said that he didn't want a relationship, but his actions are showing me something totally different. I mean, how are you supposed to separate the two?
Right. So I guess in this case, then, you know, we as women are supposed to, you can take what he gives, but just make sure you don't catch feelings. Especially at the point in from the jump where he says, I'm not looking for a long-term relationship. What we are supposed to do, as if we're robots, is we're supposed to
walk away.
We're supposed to
walk away.
So we can't enjoy the interaction?
No.
What if we don't want a serious relationship either?
Well,
I
understand.
think women do it just as bad as he.
Yes. Period.
Of course, you two would say that.
It's true.
Oh, for heaven's sake!
It is so true.
All right. Well, we can agree to disagree. But I think that I think what he's doing
You
is
and her on the same page so much this time. Like,
I mean, and I understand what they're saying. Like,
I get it
at the
too.
moment that a man tells you that, you should walk away.
Yes,
And
because you want more.
And no longer even make yourself accessible to him.
Period.
But you're.
How
but
many
you
of
know
y'all
what?
girl,
But
how
you
many
know,
of y'all
no,
girlfriends?
You can't do
how
it.
many of y'all girlfriends
But he's
presently is in a
pursuing
relationship that she's constantly complaining about, and you know, as her friend, it's not changing?
Yeah.
How many?
A lot.
Yes.
But my thing
it's my thing is, if know what you want what you want.
Okay.
If somebody, if you
And
get
accept
with
nothing less.
Yes. If somebody if you get to the relationship with somebody and he tells you, you meet this guy and he tells you, I'm not looking for nothing serious, but your heart ain't in a place to accept that, don't accept it. Because you know, I don't care how cute he is, I don't care if you saw a print on his jogging pants, whatever it may be that attracted you to him, he's not going to give you what you truly want. Right. So you should walk away from it.
But he even said it in his video that even if the women did reject him, he still pursued them because it was something he wanted out of it.
They have to continue to reject him.
And it's just like, well,
we got to keep running our antivirus software for these niggas.
Yes.
We got to keep running malware bites and shit.
Yeah, that's right.
Getting these fucking viruses off the face of the fucking earth.
And I'm not saying, you know, I know we talked about we need to stop letting these pods be an hour and 30 minutes. So I'm going to let it go.
This could take us there.
Yes.
It's a good conversation.
It's a great conversation. It's a great
very
conversation.
Good discussion. Yeah. And I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and wrap this up then.
Okay.
I enjoyed the podcast today. But I guess we do our little ritual at the end where we ask you guys to subscribe.
Hit that like button.
Hit that like button.
Hit that subscribe.
We're going to get our views up too.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely do that.
Episode 10, y'all.
Yeah. In the books.
The team was popping, put it close to your ear hole. You want reviews, we gotta sit back for info. Popping and never stopping and leaving y'all wanting more. The team was popping.